I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Zombie Wolfie. Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Of course. Hi, my name is ShyGirlWolfieArt. You can call me Wolfie. I used to be a normal not zombie. I used to be a normal wolf girl till I got into a fight at the mall with a zombie over a dress. And well, now you get this, a wolf that's a zombie now.
Yeah, but you won the dress, right?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe it's a little torn in places, but now it has more character.
Yeah, that's exactly the way to look at it. I appreciate you coming on. Now, you are quite an
Uh-huh.
artist, aren't you?
Uh, oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
I try. I try.
Yeah. How long have you been doing artwork?
I'm kind of one of those artists that have been doing it since very small,
Mm-hmm.
but I took a break for a few years, honestly, and then resumed drawing again during like 2020, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. The pandemic time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, I was bored and decided to pick up my sketchbook again.
Yeah. And was it easy for you to get back in the saddle with it?
No, honestly, no, because for a long time I had and artists that are listening to this, forgive me. I was tracing for a
Mm.
long time, so I'd grab I'd well, what I do is I'd grab like a storybook I have. I have like this old Disney storybook, and I'd copy the art from there, or I'd find something on Pinterest and I'd copy that
Mm-hmm.
with my own hands. So I was doing that for a few years.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it helps you get back into it, though, doesn't it?
That depends. I mean, if you look at my sketchbook, you'll see this beautiful, lovely, like Sailor Moon art, and then you flip to the next page and you're gonna see noodle arms.
Well, I mean, it happens. So, so, did you ever take any courses, or were you self-taught?
Self-taught for the most part. I
Mm,
did try to take courses as a child,
yeah.
but they did not accept me into the school. So,
Uh, yeah. It's always a mixed bag. I think with folks,
yeah.
and it doesn't matter when you take it. I had a very bad experience when I was younger with it, and um, I don't have a whole lot of I just don't have a whole lot of talent for it. Um, but but if you get that sort of thing early on and you get kind of rejection, then it's a little less likely that you want to keep doing it. Evidently, that didn't bother you, and you kept doing it.
Oh yeah, I kept doing it. My boyfriend was a big support for me too at the time because
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I can get back into it. I don't have an art style. I don't know how to draw from my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like nudged me, like, you can do it. Go on, try. I know you can.
Mm-hmm. And and but it's nice to have somebody supporting you doing that sort of thing,
Hmm.
especially now.
Hmm.
Well, what would you say your style of art is, or do you have one
Uh,
necessarily?
I I I'd say I do, but I also say I'm kind of cursed because all my art, if you notice, it looks like really cutesy.
Mm.
It's all cutesy, it's all adorable. You can't look at it and say I feel threatened by this figure. Like it's not going to be in a comic book anytime soon.
What'd you draw? What'd you draw, Wolfie? I drew the devil pulling pulling the guts out of a human. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. If it's not from my boyfriend, it's from one of my best friends, and I show him like I tried to draw something really menacing and scary. And then I show them to them like, oh, it's so cute. And I'm just sitting there like, it's not cute. Stop calling it cute.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Cursed with the cute pencil and pen.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to get free of the curse, but it's not easy.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to lean into what you kind of naturally fall into. So, and know that there are people who are wanting to get stuff from you. I mean, we've got your VGen up in the links here for people who want to get a hold of you. Um,
Hmm.
what type of commissions do you take?
Since I'm still starting out on VGen at the moment, I'm doing, if I remember correctly, what I have up. I haven't looked at it in a while. I have static emotes,
Hmm.
chibi emotes, and I just opened recently for VTuber rigging.
Mm. So there's now you're going from moving pawns to moving kings with that sort of thing. Um, is that something you want to do more of, rigging and designing VTuber models in general?
Hmm. Yeah, I would love to get more into that market, honestly. I just find it so fascinating the things you can create with live 2D, VTubers, all that niche. I love it. I love the creativity behind it, just what people can actually do with the technology. It's amazing.
Yeah, it and to be able to express themselves through it. Um, I envy that so much. Being able to put that on paper. But you were saying earlier, and I caught this, that you were having trouble visualizing something and making something up and then putting it on canvas or whatever you were using for your art. Is that still the case, or are you
Mhm.
able to bring up something in your head and translate it onto the paper?
It's a little easier now, but I still sometimes struggle with, the main idea. So I end up just looking up a whole bunch of references and stuff just to have a general idea of, okay, I want to go in this direction with this style and this color palette. And I am still trying to learn to take it easy with designing characters and all that. Like, okay, experiment, be patient. You can do more than one drawing.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can stop on that one and work on something else for a while. It's I am I am I guess blessed with the ability to not do that. So that's something I don't have to worry about. But it's do you ever get a situation where you've got too much on your table that you want to do?
Oh, a lot.
Mm.
A lot. My boyfriend can be a witness to this where I'll just go to him, I want to do this, but then I have an idea for this. But this would also be really cool to do.
You only have so many
And I'm like, I
days,
can't.
so many days in the
Yeah, I
month and
can't
hours in the
split
day, you
myself
know.
into yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's we're going to have to add like 12 more hours a day for you.
Yeah, yeah. I start and I start rambling and rambling and yeah.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. To as an artist, are you ever true? I got to ask that all of them, all artists. Are you ever truly
Mhm.
done with an artwork?
No. No, never done. There's plenty of pieces I look back at and I think, oh, I could have done better with this. I could have changed that. I'm gonna grab this one later and just redesign it completely. I'm never fully done.
It's 99.9% of the artists I ask of that thing.
Yeah.
It's, oh, that's just a little off. Oh, I could have done that a little better. So
Yeah.
when you do see the final product and and um, someone else it's ready to go to somebody else, how do you feel about giving that away to somebody?
Fully depends. Sometimes I will really love the piece and be really proud
Hmm.
to send it in. And
Yeah.
other times I'm like, I don't know. Even when I send it into the person and they're like, I absolutely love it. You did such a good job. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'll take your word for it.
You'd wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, I could have done this a little better. Oh, no. So I'd call them up at 2 a.m. Could you bring that back, please? I've got something. No, stop calling me. Stay away. It's done. Get a restraining order. Um,
Uh, uh,
that's that tells me that it really is deep in you that you want to do as good a job as possible and want to get that vision down exactly right. Um, so
mhm.
when did you move over to doing it on the computer from drawing as a youngster?
It was fairly recently, honestly.
Hmm.
I think it was maybe uh 2022
Hmm.
that I got my first drawing tablet, and I still have that drawing tablet. It is my baby
Yes.
and I use it every day.
It has its own room in the house. And it doesn't have to pay rent. And I know how that feels with objects like that. Whenever it's something very precious to you and you've done a lot with it. Um, was it were you able to get into it and immediately start being comfortable with the electronic stuff, or was it a while to get into the learning groove with it?
It took me a while.
Mm.
Like my first digital art piece, I look at it and I just think that is so terrible. Please take it away. Take it away. I never want to see it again.
Yes, yes. It's have you? I got to. This is the first time I've asked this question. So when you started and
Mhm.
you got first put something on there, have you accidentally deleted it completely?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I I was not aware for the first time that okay, so here's the PNG of your drawing and here's the drawing file.
Yeah.
I deleted the drawing file, and then
Oh.
when I couldn't find the piece again in my program, I had such a heart attack over it. I was texting my boyfriend like, I can't find it. I can't find it. I deleted it.
So did you have to go over again, or did you find it in the trash bin or something?
I think I found it in the recycling.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember I just remember having the biggest heart attack over it.
I do that. I've done that a lot with papers and stuff that I've typed online that take like hours to put together, and then you just hit the wrong button and like, oh no. And just search everything, hope it wound up somewhere, and find it in the trash bin. That's
Oh, that's my mother.
oh.
That is my mother. When she's typing up stuff, she'll randomly call me, Wolfie, I hit something.
Yeah, my mom's got the same thing going on. Uh, she's she's my mom's in her 80s, God bless her, and for some reason Facebook has suspended her account.
Oh God.
What?
Might be for the better. Might be for the better.
Oh no, no, it's not. She doesn't do anything. She plays bingo, okay? That's what she does. I'm like, oh boy.
Okay, she needs the Facebook gossip. Okay,
Yeah,
understood.
that
Understood.
yeah, she's kind of the matriarch of the that side of the family now. So we're we're on our way to a very long cruise of trying to get that back. Good luck to us as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So, doing the VTuber thing, um, what drew you into not just continuing art, but getting into VTubing in the first place?
Getting to VTubing. Well, like many people, I discovered VTubers. I didn't know it was a VTuber though at the time. I knew it was okay, this cute anime girl on the screen that is talking, playing games, she's having fun. Like, oh, this looks really interesting. I'm a weeb, so obviously it caught my attention.
Yeah, yeah, and
And then when I discovered this is called a VTuber and you can make it, I was like, I can make this.
whoa, whoa, then the stars showed up in your eyes, like whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did. I started just typing on YouTube how to make VTuber model frantically.
I must find out. and and
Exactly,
and
exactly.
and
Yep.
and you didn't get discouraged at all by it. I mean, it's not just sitting down and drawing something on a piece of paper and saying go. It takes a little. It's a little bit different, isn't
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
it?
I learned that the hard way because the route I went, since I was still learning the difference between 3D
Mm.
and 2D, I tried doing 3D at first.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for me. I quit rather quickly.
Yeah.
And then I tried 2D, and then, I went down that rabbit hole of, okay, so I have to separate everything,
Mm.
even the eyes.
Yeah. 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 It's not. I think people out there, some people out there, including me, when I first started talking to VTubers, think that all they do is just put down a picture and then hit a program and it moves around. No, no,
Hmm.
no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, no. No, it's more complicated than that.
First of all, you have to, from what I gather, and I'm certainly no expert, you have to basically draw each piece individually, don't you?
Yes, yes, you do.
Oh,
Fully depends on the artist themselves. This
yeah.
is just my process, at least
Mm-hmm.
right now, it is at least.
Mm-hmm.
I usually sketch out the whole model,
Mm-hmm.
the clothes, the eyes, everything. I put everything into separate layers so I know where everything is. And then from there, I start line art coloring. I do it by piece. The arm, line art coloring, done. The neck, line art coloring, done. And I keep going until I'm done.
Oh man. So this is a lot more process than a portrait and hitting a button. There's you gotta have your proportions correct.
Mhm.
You can't have one arm like Popeye and the other one like olive oil.
I mean, unless that's your design. If
Yeah,
you want to go for that kind of design, then go off.
yeah. I'm not sure I want to see that.
I like to see that. I think that'd be curious.
It certainly would. I think that'd be the word for it. It's curious.
Hmm.
So have you gotten something where somebody's asked you to put something together and you either just looked at the sheer mass of what they're asking for and almost fainted or just plain said no?
So far, no. I've gotten some rigging work
Hmm.
that I've done for people, and usually I take it like, yes, give me, I want work.
I understand that. Money, please.
I mean, it's not paid, but I still appreciate the work. Like, yes, give
Yes.
me, even if it's free, I appreciate the skills.
Yeah. Yeah. And the it's a trust too, isn't it? They're trusting you with their vision.
Yeah. They're trusting me to make their model come to life, and I sometimes don't trust myself.
Uh, that's where you go third person.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
you go into that third person. I'm not really there mode, like shock, and just keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just slap on the headphones, music, and then just don't touch me for like the whole day.
that's right, exactly. That's what that's a very unhealthy yet very productive way to do it.
Oh, I am well aware. My boyfriend fights with me about it every day.
Yeah, but you win.
Yes, yes, I do. It's like, take a break. You need
Yeah,
a break. And I'm
yeah,
like, I'm almost done with this part. I'm almost done with the eyes.
yeah,
Then I'll go to dinner.
yeah. A boyfriend will learn eventually that you're going to win pretty much every time. I mean, I appreciate his effort,
Yes.
but no, not gonna happen. Um,
Mm.
so when you got up on the VTuber sphere and started streaming, was it easy for you to interact with people and chat, or was that something you had to learn?
Unfortunately, at the moment, I cannot stream on Twitch as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
My area at the moment does not have internet,
Mm-hmm.
so I work with what I have with my phone and stuff. So I just do YouTube right now.
Yeah, yeah. That would you when you get the chance to do it? Is that something you're really looking forward to? Is doing art streams and interacting with people?
Oh yeah, the streaming interests me a lot for that aspect, for interacting with people, for all the crazy stuff sometimes chat comes up with.
Mm-hmm.
I I'd honestly love to do a horror game
Mm.
live stream.
Yeah.
That way everyone can see how much of a chicken I am.
No. Scream and go from there. That's it seems to be
Ah.
that seems to be the big thing. I couldn't do horror games myself. I'm an old wimpy guy when it comes to that. I just the first time I'd get my earphones blasted out of my ear, or I'd get scared. I'm like, okay, that's enough. Shut down. Go back to Stardew Valley. So I need
Yeah.
comfort for a while.
I'm somewhat the same, but at the same time, I guess you could say I'm a bit of a masochist because, like, I want to play it. It
Hmm.
looks fun. It looks interesting. I love horror, but once I start the game, I'm just sitting in the corner somewhere, just thinking, yeah, you know what? This was a terrible idea.
Help!
Mm,
Get me out!
yeah,
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 yeah.
pretty much.
That would be
Mm,
me. I just said like, okay, if I move anywhere, I'm going. There was even a part of a game, um, a Fallout game, where it's basically a horror aspect of
mhm.
the game. I couldn't get 30 seconds into it, and I like, okay, we don't have to do this part. We're not going to. We'll go on to the next thing. There's nothing I need to be here. I don't need the aggravation. I'm going to the next thing. I don't want anything to do with it. Now, what about? I know you talk about your art style always end up being cute. So, have you ever
Mhm.
gotten to the point where you're going to intentionally make something that is not cute? Just go right out of the. Try to get as far out of the box as possible.
I've tried. I've really, really tried, but it never turns out how I want it to turn out. I'm cursed.
The mind
I'm
is
cursed. These hands were made to create cute things.
the mind is willing, but the hands know what they want to do.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty much, yeah.
that's funny. That's great. So first, pretty much you're perfect for a kid's Halloween party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Which is ironic because if it was up to me, I'd have a total haunted house set up for Halloween.
yeah. But it'd be so cute.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a very cutesy personality and all that, but on the inside, I want to have like Pennywise on my front lawn.
Blood and gore, blood and gore. I get
Mhm.
this feeling if you drew like a pool of blood, it would come out pink.
Oh God, I hope I never run into that. If not, I'm gonna have to go somewhere and fix myself because like, why? Why is this happening?
Oh, that pool of blood is so cute.
Like, no.
I mean, you gotta admit that's a pretty good niche.
Yeah, I mean, people like cute stuff, especially in the VTuber community. You
Oh
know, you
yeah,
have your really cute models, your chibi models.
yeah,
Even if you have that side of the community that's, a bit more risky.
yeah, yeah. Then well, they still want something that's cute. The chibi models.
Ah,
I am.
oh yeah.
It takes. I don't. I understand why people like them. They're cute and it's interesting. But from the artist perspective, is it tough for you to come up with a chibi version of a established model?
It's been a while since I've made chibi art of like my model itself.
Mm-hmm.
The chibi art I have now is like from I'd say 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Yeah.
And I admit I struggled with it. I did struggle with it a bit to figure out how do I turn this and make it small and cute.
You'd have the cute part automatically.
Yeah, but now I need to make it small.
Yeah, and make it representative of what it was in the first place. I mean, you can't just draw a big head and say that's it. And, the
Hmm.
you gotta make it enough like the character where people say, oh yeah, that's a they can look at it and say that's a chibi
Hmm.
character version of Streamer X or whoever you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's is that
Yeah. Uh,
how do you do that?
I am still figuring it out. That's why I have not touched like I want to make new modes. I want to like refresh everything
Hmm.
because I changed like my model design
Right.
to the zombie wolf now.
Yes.
But also I've been like, I don't know if I want to touch that yet.
Mm, and it's tempting, but you got to have a battle plan before you go in, and how you is it just
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be
I
eh,
need the motivation.
is it just going to be a matter of sitting down and concentrating on that and nothing else?
Pretty much, yeah. In my case, yeah. I need to just take a day for that only
Mm.
and not have any other projects that I want to do.
And the chance of that is
Uh, Currently, uh, not likely, not likely.
you get to the point where I found something else to do.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah, sounds like
pretty
me.
much. Like
So,
I could have.
like, sounds like me doing my income taxes. I've got something else to do. I still got a month. Oh, I have the weekend. I don't need to do that quite yet. Um, so
Yeah, yeah, like it can wait. It can wait.
it can wait. So how would a if you get everything set up, if you get the internet going eventually, and you get the setup you like, how would you like your stream to be?
Uh, I haven't really thought that far yet, in all honesty, because since I discovered early on, oh, I can't stream like I want right now, so I'm not really gonna think too ahead.
Hmm.
But I would like to do it eventually,
Hmm.
and I don't know. I think I focus for a bit on something on in the background
Hmm.
so I can, ramble about something first before I interact with people because I think it's going to be a little bit tricky for me to start interacting with chat and all that.
Well, if it's just something if you're not used to, but I don't think you have too
Mhm.
much of a problem once it gets going. Especially if you start with something like an art stream where um, you're doing working on pieces while chatting with folks. Um, does that
Mhm.
bother you having other people watch you work?
Uh, Well, I'm not sure in that context if it would bother me. I know, in like IRL, all that, if I have somebody kind of leaning over my shoulder watching me work, it bothers a little.
Ah, I'll remind myself of that if I ever see you work. I'll just stand right over you and watch the entire time. Get it done, get it
Yeah,
done, get it
I will
done.
not. I'll just stop right there with my pen, like, please move away.
Just stab with the pen. Just ouch.
Yeah, I
Get it
guess
done, get it done.
I've had my little brother. He comes in sometimes and he just looks at what I'm drawing, and I'll be like, "Can I help you?" And then all of a sudden he just yells, "She's drawing someone naked!" And I'm like, "It's the base, it's the base. Don't say that."
She's drawing naked people.
Like,
No.
no, don't say that. It's just the base. I'm still figuring out the pose.
That's
Don't
right.
yell that.
That's right. That's right. It's the basics. It's the basics. It then
Yeah.
continues to draw the naked person. The So right now,
Mhm.
is there any particular thing that people would request of you that you would just say no to?
At the moment, it would be furries
Mm,
and anything that's a little more risky.
mm,
Because, like
okay.
I said, nothing against furries. Y'all are cool. I admire the art style and the creativity that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not good with animal anatomy right now.
Well, yeah. That would kind of preclude being able to do it very well. And it, no, yeah, it would be. I would imagine that would be really tough, especially with like um, I mean, not just talking about people wearing the costumes, but actual
Hmm.
animals themselves with the different types of coats and stuff they have and how you had to present them. Yeah,
Hmm.
that would be really rough to do. Um, and
Yeah, I respect all the furry artists out there that do what they do, because I could never right now. There is no wolf with abs happening over here.
yeah, that would be a really tough art style to do. But um, so I would think no, the not safe for work stuff is off the table, right?
At the moment, yes, my anatomy skills are not for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus the atmosphere you're in probably wouldn't work if a little brother's standing over you yelling at the yelling, "She's drawing naked
Yeah.
people."
I mean, he's in college. He's in college. He's a big boy, but that does not mean that he still won't yell it.
That's right. No, no, it's not really. It's not what you think it is. Um, if
Yeah.
so, are would you rather do an art piece of somebody from a picture or from a picture, or would you rather do a piece of artwork strictly from your own something that you come up with in your own head?
I think it depends. I don't really have a preference.
mm
I'll go with either option.
mm,
It's fine with me.
yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
you're comfortable now with coming up. Say, I want to draw a picture of a bald guy standing there with a sword in his hand, or something like that. You're comfortable with coming up with that in your head and putting it on the paper or the
Mhm.
computer, as it were.
I will definitely try my best to do that if it's what comes to mind.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it would come to
Mhm.
mind, but I just threw that out as an example.
Hey, we have anime. There are plenty of bald men with swords in anime.
That is true. That's true. Now,
Mhm.
do you have you tried doing the artwork in the anime style?
I have. I've done it in my sketchbook like once or twice,
Mm-hmm.
and it don't look bad. It don't look bad,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot translate that to my tablet yet.
Mm. Mm. What makes the difference? Do you think?
Uh, I I'd say probably the the materials I use because I have those little I have the traditional like pens
Mm-hmm.
that they use to draw anime and all that,
Hmm.
and I don't have that on my tablet. I could download it, but it would not give me the same feeling.
Yeah, yeah, that's something too. That I don't, I can't really relate to, but I guess I understand is that you when you got a pencil or a pen that you're working with, you can adjust the how the feeling of what you're doing it like a curve or a certain type of wave, and depending on how you make how that
Hmm.
feels, that's probably a lot different on using a stylus on the computer.
Hmm. Oh, definitely,
You know,
definitely.
yeah,
At least with actual pen and paper, if you mess up, it's not as simple as Control Z.
yeah, right, right. That's I guess a plus and a minus in that regard, I suppose. But one doesn't really help the other in
Yeah.
that regard.
Yeah, yeah, especially if you've been drawing on the tablet for such a long time
Yeah.
that when you actually do grab the pen and paper, you find your fingers going to Control Z.
Wait a minute. There's no keyboard here. It,
I've done that about twice already, and I have that same moment of, oh wait.
oops. So if you had a chance to draw for say an illustration for a book, would you want to do something like that?
I'd go for it. I'd go for it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
uh,
I wouldn't shy away from the challenge at least.
yeah. That would be something that you'd be up for. But it doesn't have to be. I don't know what type of book, children's book or anything along those lines. It would be cute. I know that. I'm sorry, you're not living that down.
Yeah, no, no, it's fine. I live with the curse. I live with it.
I didn't even mean for that one to come up, and it did. but but really, something along those lines, where somebody said, "Yeah, I need an illustrator for a story I'm doing, um, and I'll give you X amount of money."
Mhm. I would say, yeah, sure, tell me what you want.
Yeah, yeah. How would you feel if you saw that in
Mhm.
publication?
I'd probably be like, hey, that's my work.
Yeah, yeah. Would it gonna be a surreal experience to know
And
that the author that was you?
most likely, yeah. I have a similar experience in personal life outside of the stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Because outside of the VTubing, I am a dancer.
Hmm.
I'm a ballet dancer,
Whoa!
and there was a time where hmm?
I said, "Whoa!" That takes some skill.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does. So there's a time that some costumes were being custom made,
Uh-huh.
and they have used those costumes again a few times,
Hmm.
and every time I see it, I'm like, hey, what are those? Was custom made for me?
Oh, wow! That takes some real dedication to do the ballet dancing and discipline. Was that easy for you?
Hmm.
But not the actual doing
Uh,
it, but the discipline, was that easy for you?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that's easy for me. I'm not a very like rowdy person outside of all the VTuber stuff. I'm really not. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very calm. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very quiet. Like if you give me a correction, I'll take it just fine. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I can improve here and here.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah. Sometimes instructors and leaders in ballet get a reputation for being taskmasters when it comes to that sort of thing. Did you find that to be true?
Yes, I have had my fair share of good teachers and bad teachers that just really didn't like me.
Mm, that's especially in an art like ballet dancing. It's very tough to overcome that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've had my fair share. The teacher that hated me, I put up with it. I'll be like, I'm here for the class. I am here to learn. I'm here to excel. Even if you do not want to see me, I will still keep trying my best. Teachers that, really love me
Yes.
and they have come in and certain things. No, no, bring her in.
Yeah.
Bring her in. We can else.
We're going to find a place for her. That's really cool. So
Yeah.
you've got all sorts of
Mhm.
different
Yeah.
creative things coming out of you, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I love all as I would say in some retrospects, I am cursed because everything I love is in the arts. I like art, I like VTubing, I like dancing, I like all
I don't know if that's cursed. I think that's
a firefighter. I want to be a police.
yeah. Okay, well, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that you have that and everything you enjoy is in the arts. That's the ability to express yourself creatively is something that not everybody has. Um, you know,
Hmm.
some of us just sit here and keep yapping until something comes out. I mean, there's creativity, there's genius in everything, I think, and
Hmm.
the ability to express yourself through artwork is a genius in itself. If it's something
Hmm.
I am very foreign to personally, but I enjoy seeing it when it's done real well, and especially enjoy it when somebody else is enjoying it. And obviously, for you, art is a big part of your life right now.
Oh, it's something that's been around since I was a child.
Mm.
So it's not something I can let go easily and be like, okay, I can do this. It's more of if I let go of it, I'm gonna have a moment of, well, what do I do now then?
Go back and dance some more. You-
Yeah, like now I'm back.
well, I tell you what, it's absolute joy talking with you, and getting to know someone as creative as yourself is pretty amazing. I think that your attitude towards this is great, and I think that folks are going to need to see more about what Wolfie's got going on. We're going to have links in the description, also
Mhm.
the VGen. If bombard bombard Wolfie with things that you want them to do. Just keep sending in
Me at
stuff.
work, I won't work.
Just keep sending them stuff and just like don't give them a moment's peace. How about that? Is that a good advertisement for you?
Yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on. We'll get you on again here soon and talk more about what's going on with you. Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.